The leaves are changing. Won't be long now. We have some pretty epic foliage over here in Virginia. This will all be oranges and browns and reds. Except for the evergreens, of course. The change is coming. And I'm back. Sam and I on our way to see the new It. One of her favorite movies. We watched the old one this morning. After watching that, you know, I didn't see it until a few years ago when Sam first picked it up on DVD. You know, I wasn't a big horror movie watcher until Sam got me into it. I was more of a science fiction horror, like Aliens and Predator, stuff of that nature. I did like the Final Destination movies. I was very, very picky and choosy on my heart. Sam has taught me to watch all of them. Well, we try to stay away from like the Caretaker level bad. There is some cheesy B-movie horror, like who doesn't know that? Pennywise by the original one, Tim Curry. Pretty creepy, pretty memorable. This Pennywise in the remake looks very, very different, and I believe that's by design. You know, Stephen King had a lot to do with this remake, and he had a lot to say, so it's still his baby. And I'm expecting it to be way creepier. Probably because technology advances, first of all.
Right.
Comparing movies in the 90s to now, like the Ghostbusters, the old ones visually compared to the last one, the female Ghostbusters, like visually, what we can do now with CGI, you can't compare it to what was available back then. So that adds to the believability of what your eyes are sending the signal to your brain. Another big fan of Stephen King is Darren D. Lee, our good friend, the author of the Tellendale series. In Saturday of this week, and that's the 17th, I believe. 16th? Yeah, it's the 16th. Is Mini-Con at Buchanan County Public Library. He will be there for about half the day. He will have copies of Awakening and Dawn's Fall, Book 2. Physical copies for sale. 30% off the Amazon list price. And he'll autograph it for you. You get to talk to him. So that's this coming Saturday in Grundy. Check my Facebook and the Tellendale series Facebook page for more info on that. And Buchanan County Public Library's Facebook page. More details about all the things going on Mini-Con this coming Saturday right here in Grundy, Virginia. Well, look what's left of the Spirit Fest. Nothing. Just a few tents. I had a lot of fun doing that with you. Like just going and checking it out. We've never seen it up close before, so it was kind of cool to experience it. I thought the fireworks were pretty decent. I've seen better, but for our town, I thought they were quite nice. Yeah. The fact that it wasn't 4th of July or anything, and they put some pretty nice ones out there. But we're gonna go check out the new It, and we will give you our non-spoiler thoughts afterwards, and we will be comparing things like this cast compared to the cast of the original. What a cast the first one had. I mean, John Ritter. Sam's a big fan of John, and who isn't? The guy's just talented. He was a one of a kind. He was just a class act. He could do any role, John. Serious, comedic. He just was one of those guys that could do it all. And I don't know what we're going to get out of it. They've already unveiled, too. I don't know if you know this or not, but this is a part 1. The whole story will not be undone today. I believe it's only the children's tale. And then next year is part 2. Yeah, there's just too much content. This is based on how big of a book, a massive book. And I believe the original movie was actually a TV series that they just compiled it together.
It may have been.
In those years. So we're going to get in here. We're going to see It. We're going to let y'all know what we think. You look beautiful, honey.
Thank you.
So it's a day off day. Hope everyone's doing well. Our thoughts and prayers with those in Irma's path, definitely. But we're going to get in here and check on it. We'll be back afterwards. Thanks. Woo, it's over. And it is very, very intense this time around. From a parental standpoint, there was actually a kid in the theater sitting right next to me, a little guy. Way too little to be in that movie. Super intense. Granted, if you've seen the 90s one and you've let your kids watch that one, this is a whole other ballgame. The realism, just the intensity of it, everything has been dialed up. This Pennywise is way more cerebral and just sadistic and creepy on every possible level. Gore, violence, the visual aids, I mean, just, you can't even compare it to the old one. The Tim Curry Pennywise was more like Bozo, Ronald McDonald. Not this one. He was a violent version of those guys, but this Pennywise is old world clown, the outfit, and his demeanor and his behavior in this is nothing. Tim Curry's was blown out of the water by this new actor who's portraying Pennywise. This was a part 1, chapter 1. We didn't stay after the credits to see if every movie does that now. I'm not sure if there is post-credit scenes. But it's very, very intense, very... the acting I thought was superb.
Yeah, the kids did really good.
Yeah, this group of losers, man. They picked a good one. I keep the one smart aleck one who kept making all the references.
Richie?
Yeah. Is he the one from Stranger Things? I feel like we've seen that kid somewhere.
Yeah, I've seen him somewhere before.
He's good. All the kids in this did great. For as intense of a role as this is. Yeah, so what more can we say? This is a part 1.
Definitely not a family movie.
No. Definitely not. Dark, twisted. Definitely, this answers the question, Stephen King, is he still a master of horror? Yes.
Yes, he is.
He's still a master of horror. And the director and the producers and everyone involved with this picture have made a truly just terrifying movie. So, if that's the kind of reaction you were hoping to get from Sam and I, it's as intense as you could imagine it could be. Everything was dialed up to the max. Gore, the jump scares. That one person sitting behind you kept screaming.
Yeah.
Their screams would like make us jump more than the actual. Not that these were very solid and tastefully done jump scares. And they get you when you least expect it, like a good horror movie does. So I'd put it right up there in the conversation with Conjuring and, you know, these modern day horror movies that really are really masterfully crafted, and the acting's on point, the visuals are on point. It is definitely in that conversation. As far as this year's goes, there's nothing we've seen that comes close to the intensity of the new It. So, but anyway, we don't want to give too much away. Go see it. If you're a horror fan, you need to watch it. If you're a Stephen King fan, you love the original. Apparently, they're planning on doing a lot of his movies over. Like, they want to do Pet Sematary, like on this detail. So, will all that stuff translate now? I mean, the world was a different place when those movies came out. Are we desensitized as a people? Are we harder to scare because the world is much darker now as a whole? They've been able to raise those things up with It, because it's terrifying. I tell you that as a grown man. It's terrifying. Then you, Pennywise, it's terrifying. So, thank you for watching. Please let us know what you thought of the movie. Comment below, like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. And Sam and I wish you all a great day. Again, our thoughts and prayers with those who are in Irma's destruction. We hope that the storm is somehow it just doesn't do the damage they're expecting it to do. And I know it hasn't hit land yet, and it's already causing a lot of wind and water related damage in the Florida coast. So anyway, we're going to end the vlog right there. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Sammy. We'll pick it up on the next video. Thanks, guys. Sammy and Sammy.
Sammy out.
Sammy out. Woo! That movie was great.